Welcome back to another fantastic property tour, Rankin family. Today, we are located in Bartonville, Texas, taking a look at another gorgeous luxury home. And I want to give a huge thank you to the listing agent, DeWayne Smart, for making the tour possible. Also, the builder, Denton Creek Builders, and I'll make sure to leave all of the information in the description below. Now, folks, this has to be the most impressive estate I've seen all year, and I'll let you be the judge of that in the comments below. Now, you have the limestone and stucco combination. You have the pitched gables as well, and you're situated on 2 acres, so you have plenty of space in the front yard as well as the back. You have a long driveway that leads you to your 4-car garage, and then as we do continue, you have the concrete walkway separated by the gravel, and look at this. You have the entry pillars. Really neat addition, definitely stands out, and that brings you right here to the courtyard. Now to the right, you have an access point to get you to the guest suite. I'll show you that in just a moment. And then I'll turn your attention over here to the left. You have the water feature right there. Just overall, an impressive look. Now you are gonna have the arch feature. Right when you walk in, you have the arched front doors as well. And then the herringbone pattern floors. Absolutely exquisite. And then the wood-clad soffit. But without further ado, family, let's go ahead and get you inside. Look how warm and inviting it is immediately whenever you walk in. I'll pan you upwards. You got these soaring ceilings right here in the foyer. You have the multi-point alabaster pendant chandelier. And then you see right over here, you have the brass and glass railing. Really setting the tone for what you're about to experience. Now, you have the wide plank, white oak floors here. To my left, look at the glass enclosed study. I'm going to show you that in just a moment. I really have to show you the great room and the kitchen. Beautiful. So, one of the first things that catches your eyes is the coffered ceilings. You see the built-in speakers, modern chandelier as well. Look at that huge fireplace. Now, throughout the property, you will notice the reeded details, whether that's in the cabinet fronts, on the accents, as far as the island is concerned, or just in general. So really, I want you to see that and pay attention to that. Now, you have the massive sliding doors to get you to the patio, beautiful sconces there, limestone, reeded fireplace. And let me stand on this side for you, family. Look how incredible this is. Outstanding. Now, I won't make you wait too long. I want to go ahead and show you the study here. Look at the volume inside of the room. Got your built-ins right there. Herringbone pattern white oak floors down here. And then the huge windows overlooking the courtyard. Wow. So this is the place to be if you are working from home. I tell you that now. You see the gold mesh inserts in the cabinet fronts there. And then look at this. So you open this up and maybe you have your book collection in here if you want it to be tucked away. Maybe you don't want everybody to know what you're reading. And then take a look at this. Look how cool this is. So if you have a huge library of books, you see you have all the shelving in the world back here. Maybe if you want to get some work done and you don't want to be bothered, you can head right here. Or if the kiddos are doing homework, that'll be a good place as well. And you have the same thing on that side, but not the hidden room. So I really thought that was a neat feature. Let me know in the comments what you think. And it's overall a wonderful feel. Okay, so I want to go ahead and show you the kitchen, family. Beautiful pendant lights. Look at this. So you have the marble countertops here. You see you have storage all along the island down there. the reeded detail in the drawer fronts. You got the privacy glass in the cabinet fronts there. Now the marble even extends up the backsplash. You see the ledge and the Zalige tile. That extends all the way up to the ceiling. Beautiful custom vent hood right there with the brass accents to match your Lofra range. So you know they're an Italian company. Looks fantastic. So you have 7 burners right there. Undermount sink on this side. You see the reeded detail again, and even the paneled dishwasher. You also have the under cabinet lighting. You see the brass accents throughout the home. So it really just flows extremely well. You got your trash drawer right here. Soft close, of course. So you have an outlet in there. You want to tuck the appliances away. Beautiful. So they just hosted a party, if you haven't noticed. Still have some cake pops in there. I may have to grab me one, even though, as I always say, I'm trying to cut back on my sugar. But I can go ahead and check that out. Okay, so we're gonna make our way around. Trust me, we won't miss a thing. Just stay tuned. You have a lot to see. Under cabinet lighting over here. So you have a dual entry butler's pantry on this side. Both of them have pocket doors. You have the soapstone counters, under cabinet lighting. You do have your dishwasher on the right of the sink. And you also are going to have an ice maker. So additional shelving on this side. Matte black fixtures. Beautiful backsplash here too. And then you have stacked cabinets as well. Outstanding. Now, as we come out this side, I want to go ahead and show you this temperature controlled wine room. Beautiful pendant light. You see the vertical stone, and then even the wood paneling on the ceiling. So as I always say, if you're not a big wine drinker, that's totally okay. It adds a nice touch to the property. Now, you have multiple sliding doors inside of here. So if you need to get quick access to the outdoor grill, you're only a few steps away and you don't have to worry about going throughout the entire home to get to the kitchen. Plenty of space available here to accommodate any size family, as I like to say. And then you can get out there to the pool, which we will see in just a little bit. Okay, so let's go ahead and continue. I'm going to show you the game room on that side, so make sure you stay tuned. And I know you want to see that guest suite, which I mentioned earlier, and I'll show you that after this. So here is the primary bedroom. So you have crown molding, tray ceilings, exposed beams, beautiful chandelier, got your king size bed, your 2 nightstands, a lot of room in here, which I absolutely love to see. And the reason why I say that, some folks may have custom furniture that they don't know if it really fits inside of the bedrooms. But in this case, when you have all the space to accommodate any size furniture, it really goes a long way. Now, heading to the ensuite, family, look how impressive this is. Feels like a spa-inspired retreat. Beautiful accent walls. The continuity is present. Inset cabinetry, chrome hardware, and that really blends in well with the sconces, the mirror frame, and the accent wall. So his and hers vanities. Got your freestanding tub. This is a dual entry walk-in shower. Look at all the room that you get in here. Got your shower bench, your shower niche, just want to sit down, relax, you know, think about the day, whether it was a positive or negative day. Once you finish a shower in here, I don't think you'd be mad anymore. So you got the quartz counters. You see the under cabinet lighting, water closet to the left. And let's go ahead and show you the closet. So first thing, I'll pan you upwards. Look at this. So almost to the ceiling as far as storage is concerned. Beautiful pendant light. Look at the closet island. You have drawers on both sides. You can showcase your watch collection, your tie collection, or anything that you want to display. Got the inset cabinetry again, the glass panes. And just look how impressive this is. Now, I love to see when we see one primary closet, all the room in the world to accommodate two separate wardrobes. And depending on the size of your wardrobe is going to determine if this is enough space for you, but I believe this is. And then you have the full body mirror on both sides of the door there and over here to the left. So you don't have to worry about the tag still on the clothes as you head out for the day. And that can save you the embarrassment. Beautiful. And you see the reader detail again here. Outstanding. Now, before we get ahead of ourselves, I want to go ahead and show you, as promised, the guest suite on this side. Now, right underneath the stairs, you got a nice little nook space here. If you want to spruce it up, you can certainly do so. You have the room to accommodate it. And then you're going to have an additional staircase in the back of the property. Now here, you got your quartz again, beautiful accent wall, the pendant lights, the crown molding. You got your automatic roller shades here as well. And the accent wall extends all the way over there. Coat closet on this side. And now let me go ahead and show you the guest suite. So before we enter the property, you remember the door here. So you can open this up, get right out there to the courtyard. You see the arched windows, the crown molding, all the space that you need for your mother-in-law, your father-in-law. They would have a great time in this property. So now heading right over here to the ensuite, quartz counters again. Really unique mirror frame there. I'm seeing a lot of that throughout the property. So a lot of attention to detail. Get your walk-in shower here. They included the shower bench, and then you see the porcelain tile. Beautiful. So what I want to go ahead and do is I'm going to show you up here, and we're going to come down that other side of the property. So make sure you stay tuned. Wall of windows here, bringing in a ton of natural light. You can get a better close-up of the alabaster multi-point pendant chandelier there, and even the brass railings and the accent wall. Look at the risers on the staircase here, really flowing extremely well. Now, they took this home off the market for a few months because what they wanted to do was add a pool. And once they added the pool, I really just think it took this property over the top. You know, gotten a comment or two previously about, hey, does a home have a pool? Or if it doesn't have a pool, folks like to subtract points, which is certainly understandable with if a home is worth, 2 million, 3 million, even 4 million, then you'd expect it to have a pool. That way you move in and get to take a dip in the pool right after closing. So here you got the quartz counters here, champagne bronze, beautiful sconce. You see the brass. You got your walk-in closet here. And here is your walk-in shower. Even right behind here, you see, got additional storage for your towels and linens. Beautiful. Now right over here, you got a storage closet, and then that door leads you to the attic. We have to see that if it is open, which it is. Look at that, spray foam insulation, a lot of room back here. Got the tankless water heater and the neatly organized ductwork. And take a look over the foyer here. Beautiful. So carpet in the bedrooms up here, but you still got the wide plank oak floors. Let's go ahead and head to the next bedroom. So a lot of room right here, as you can see, perfect for the queen bed. Got your outlet right above there, so you can go ahead and mount that TV, and then heading to the ensuite. So we're seeing the quartz counters in here, matte black mirror frame, beautiful light fixture right above. The walk-in shower again. And your walk-in closet. So you have an outlet right here. So if you have an ironing board up here, whoever's living up here needs to iron their clothes, running late for something, they can do that with ease. Okay, so before I show you this game room area, got a storage closet here, and look at the room. Outstanding. So you see the accent wall. Again, the reeded detail is present. That's the theme throughout the entire property. Modern ceiling fan, all the room that you need to accommodate your family, your guests. And then you can transition to the balcony. Look at this. Beautiful pool. Look at that. You really see the 2 acres out here. Goodness gracious. And really, some folks say, hey, what am I going to do with all of that yard? But we can all agree the space between you and the neighbors and just having the yard is the best part, right? Because even if you're not utilizing a lot of it, maybe you only need this section here. You're only utilizing the pool, the patio space. But gosh, when you see this in person, you probably wouldn't want it any other way. And then look at the space that you have in the balcony too. Incredible. We'll go ahead and see the backyard at the end of the tour. I'll make sure to show you that in its entirety. Another attic space here. And the good thing is, obviously the attic spaces, you have the locks on there. So if you do have kids running around, you don't have to worry about them getting in there. Another storage closet. This is your second half bath. There's your last bedroom. So you've seen the modern ceiling fans. I'm glad they included it in there. Sometimes we see properties that are wired for ceiling fans, but they didn't add those. So glad they included them. Got your ensuite here. Tub shower combo with the sliding glass door. No need for the shower curtain. Your walk-in closet. So again, we're in Bartonville, Texas. We are north of Fort Worth, gosh, about 30 to 40 minutes, and then south of Denton. So rapidly growing. This is the place to be. You know, you got the Bartonville, you got the Argyle, and when you head out here, I tell you, it's amazing. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and work my way from here back, and that way we see everything. Now, this is a really neat laundry room, in my opinion. Now, you have an island here, so perfect for, you know, arts and crafts. You know, you can use it as a folding counter, have the family in here, tackling the laundry together. A lot of uses for this space. Now you have the additional folding counter there where your washer and dryer would go. You got the cabinetry. You can add the second refrigerator, which I highly recommend. And then look at the arched windows again. So they included the undermount sink and the under cabinet lighting. So an extremely practical laundry room. And then here you can tuck your Dyson cordless vacuum. I highly recommend. I got myself one, and I'll tell you what, I'm never going back to cord it. Now, I tell you, the battery does die on it pretty quick. That's the only con. I've seen some workarounds for that, so that's something that you can keep in mind too. Now, spacious 4-car garage, epoxy floors. You can open up the garage doors. Remember, you had a long driveway there to accommodate any size vehicle. You have the recessed area there too if you wanted to maybe add a little workstation or something of that nature. You do have the windows inside, so you get some more natural light, and then the irrigation system. And then here is another storage closet. So you definitely can add the whole home filtration system. You know, I watched the documentary on Netflix called The Plastic Detox, and oh my goodness, I don't even look at life the same anymore. You know, from the clothing I wear, my toothbrush, I was like, I can't even brush my teeth. I have to have a bamboo toothbrush. But yeah, a lot of that stuff. So now I look at things differently. And then we just came from those stairs there, and we'll head straight back to this perfect game room. Now look how cool this is. So you have a wet bar there. You see the built-in microwave, and look at this. So remember, you have the game room on the second level, and then here you have the outlet, so you can mount the TV again. The herringbone pattern wood accent wall. Let me stand on this side for you. Look at the space. I mean, the volume inside of this room is incredible. You have the quartzite counters. You see your sink overlooking the backyard. Beautiful pendant lights. Bar seating available. You see the brass accents. And look at this. Wine fridge right down here. Got your flat panel drawer and cabinet fronts. Pop you some popcorn in here. And then you got your half bath. So folks are hanging out in the backyard, a couple of feet away from here. Get your quartzite again, nice and spacious. And then let me go ahead and show you the backyard. Okay, so look at the patio. wood-clad soffit back here. Got your built-in grill. You got the vent hood right above. You got turf back here, so extremely low maintenance. Sliders to get you to the dining area. Space heaters, built-in speakers, and then your outdoor fireplace. You see the natural stone to really complement it. You even have built-ins on both sides, which is very rare. Got your drop shades as well, so you can go ahead and protect yourself from the outdoor elements, mosquitoes, which is really needed here in Texas. And look at this huge pool. This is the perfect time to take a dip in here. You can just relax and enjoy yourself. You can go ahead and tan, just lounge, just have a great time overall. And look at the yard that you still have. You saw it from the balcony, but this will bring everything full circle for you. Incredible. But other than that, family, that was another beautiful luxury home tour. All right, Rankin family, that was it for this beautiful luxury home right here in Bartonville, Texas. Let me know in the comments what you thought about this beautiful property. Is this something you can see yourself living in? Would you make any changes? And if so, please let me know in the comments below. If you want more information about this home or any home we showcase, reach out to the information in the description. Consider hitting that subscribe button so you don't miss a tour every single week. And I'll see you folks on the next property tour.